I know, but that's the thing you're meant to do, like, welcome, YouTube family is in the house, and then they do it every single time, like the same thing. Do you think I'm meant to do that? I can't do that. Sorry. Welcome to my channel, everyone. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today, we are going to be doing an ab workout, a quick one, so you could tag this onto the end of a run or one of your own workouts. Ab workouts are a little bit boring at times, so like I don't blame you for wanting to kind of use a little bit of extra motivation. You and I do it together. So today's ab workout is basically 3 exercises. We do 4 rounds. We're working for 45 seconds and we're resting / kind of like switching exercises for 15 seconds. I time everything for you, so all you have to do is hit play and we just go through it from start to finish. I offer modifications throughout the workout. Whoa, I just spat. I offer modifications throughout the workout. However, for more in-depth explanations on how to execute these exercises, it's definitely worthwhile following my Instagram page, and that way you can get a little bit more information on the anatomical positioning of each exercise, but obviously I also explain how to do it throughout. I think I've covered everything that you guys are going to need to know. So without further ado, let's get this done. 3 exercises, 4 sets. Let's get started. Why can't I hear the sound? We have 10 seconds to get into the first exercise. So we're on our backs. Grab hold. If you don't have dumbbells, you can just use the bottom of the couch. Alrighty. 1 second, let's go. Legs up. You're either doing the reverse crunch or you're going all the way up with the hips. Now try to keep it relatively controlled here. We don't want to be using momentum of the legs. We want to think about really pulling the pelvis towards the rib cage and then lifting off. So the arms obviously are being used, or we're using our lats here a little bit, but ideally we want to be making sure that we're pulling pelvis to rib cage, lowering down slowly and with control, and really avoiding the temptation for momentum here, like so. Keep going, drive. We want to also make sure that as you come down, you're sucking the belly button towards the spine, and try not to let your legs flail all over the place when you do that one as well. All right, coming up, flipping over, we're going to come into a forearm plank. When we do the forearm plank, remember, we want to make sure that we're driving our elbows into the floor, but also towards our feet, and our feet towards our elbows. Let's go. Tap that tailbone, squeeze the glutes, press your palms into the floor, keep squeezing the belly in and really protract the shoulder blades. So push the floor away, tuck the chin in, suck the belly in, and again, squeeze the glutes. Remember that feeling. I want you to feel like elbows are pulling towards toes, toes towards elbows. Breathe. But when you breathe, you want to breathe into the back body here, as opposed to breathing in this way. Have a quick check, look down, make sure that pubic bone is smiling at you, pointing directly at your face. 7 seconds left, guys, keep going. Breathe, squeezing if you're starting to shake. Good work. Perfect, coming down, we're moving into a crunch. Now, this is not just any crunch. We want to work through a little bit of our shoulder flexion mobility as well here. So arms come up behind your head, chin tucks in, feet plant against the floor. Let's go lift off. And when you do this, I want you to think about ribs pulling down, belly button pulling towards the spine, even though it's a bit of an old school cue. People tend not to use it anymore, but I still like it because I think it still gives you an idea of really trying to draw inwardly. In the case of crunches, we want to make sure we're doing that. So we're still activating internal obliques, transverse abdominis, as well as the rectus. If I let everything blow up like this, sure, I can still do the movement, but I'm using mostly my rectus abdominis, the 6-pack muscles. We want to work everything. Also, if you dig your heels into the floor, you're going to be working more of your lower abs. Perfect. Okay, so now we're moving 15 seconds. Grab hold of your couch back into the reverse crunch. So either like this or shifting all the way up into the hip lifts. If you're doing the hip lifts, really just watch that momentum. Let's go. We want to try to match as well the reps that we did before. Now, I didn't count, so I have no idea. But if possible, trying to match the reps that you did the first time. Remember, coming down with control, belly pulls in. You'll notice I do a little bit of an arch, and the reason I do that is because I can really feel that contraction But if you do an arch and you let your stomach blow up to the ceiling, it's not ideal. So for those of you that have a lot of range in extension in your lower back, gymnasts, yogis, feel free to do that because it's actually going to help you to control that range using your abs. Beautiful. Let's come over. Forearm plank. Okay. Palms down. It's really, really key that you're actually making this more than just kind of hovering and resting here, because this is easy, but to actually make this an ab exercise, let's go. Forearms down, elbows to floor, pull, elbows to toes, toes to elbows, push into the floor, press your fingers into the floor, irradiating through the whole body here as much as you can. Not the whole body. Tuck the chin in, squeezing your glutes, feeling your legs active. Breathe. When you breathe, feel like you're breathing through the back of the ribs. So they should feel like they're expanding, but you're still able to keep the lower front ribs in as much as possible. 12 seconds left. I want you to really push here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Onto your back. Crunches. I know these look a little crazy. When I do these in the gym, I definitely look like a bit of a weirdo, but you're probably doing these at home. So embrace weird life. Arching, contract. Like I said, for gymnasts, yogis, you'd like to go into a bit more of an arch to gain that range from an extended position. By all means do so. If you're trying to work on really understanding and gaining better strength with your posterior pelvic tilt, then I would highly encourage a bit of an imprinted spine. So pressing the lower back down to the floor. It's quite hard to talk while I do this, so I'm going to stop talking because it's burning. And the temptation, I can really see it, is that my belly really wants to lift up. Keep going, keep going. I'm just trying to talk so that I can justify taking a break. Keep going. Oh, okay. Oh, we should have 3. How many sets have we got? We've got 4 sets. Oh, that sucks. All right, 5 seconds, here we go. I really thought we only had 3. Let's go. Okay, drive it up, that's good. Your abs are endurance muscles. They need to be, or they're both. So they should be able to handle this. And you do have to push them just like any other muscle if you want to facilitate an adaptation. It's really hard to talk about that sort of stuff while I'm trying to do the abs, so I'm gonna shut up and we're just gonna do this together. Let's get it done. Focusing on form, keeping the legs together. If you're taking that reverse crunch, feeling like you really curl your pelvis. By the way, this isn't necessarily an easier variation. For those of you that are really exhausted from doing this one, you can still get a lot of an intense, particularly lower ab activation if you switch to that reverse crunch. But just really concentrate on peeling the pelvis towards your rib cage. Ready? Let's do this. Okay, come on guys. Squeeze, push, abs active, chin tucks in. I mean, it's like 45 seconds. I don't know why I'm really complaining so much about it, but it's just, we have 4 minutes 30 remaining of this entire sesh. Ew. Sorry. 20 seconds. Here I am just laughing at my own jokes. Squeeze. You get really sick of this chat. You're probably gonna have to mute me and just put Spotify on once you know this workout. You're coming back to this. I apologize for the repeated jokes. 6 seconds. 5, squeeze. 4, shoulders away from the ears. Don't give up on form. Okay. So this is when things start to get really frustrating. In terms of, as we start to get a bit tired, form, the way that we're executing these movements, will get a bit shitty, for lack of a better word. Arms up, squeeze behind the ears. So I'm just gonna concentrate a little bit more and call you guys to focus as well. Drive your feet into the mat. Maybe we reduce the speed or the rep range that we're doing, or the amount of reps that we're doing, and we're just gonna work on real controlled repetitions here. Because at the end of the day, it's the same set length, or we're doing 45 seconds. So the time under tension is the same, whether we're going like this or whether we're going slowly up and slowly down, okay? Sort of. So we want to try to keep it nice and controlled. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, I'm going to stay on my back. Reverse crunch. Okay. So I would encourage you, if you're feeling like you're starting to skimp a little on your attention to detail, then I want you to take the reverse crunch variation. And in fact, I'm going to take that now myself, because I can feel that doing this is I'm using other muscles to get the movement done now, not so much my abs. So I'm going to really take it slow and try and really squeeze and draw the pelvis towards my ribs. Another thing you might have noticed that I've done, you probably won't because you're probably deep in this ab workout, but one of the things that I'm also doing, just as a subtle, I guess, cue, is really trying to keep my armpits open here. And the reason I'm doing that is to try and shut my lats off so that I'm just using my abs. Super subtle tweak there to the form, but it can make all the difference for those of you that find that your lats are overactive in those sort of pulling pelvis to rib movements. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Squeeze, tuck, push, belly draws in, squeeze the glutes. 1 minute 42 remaining in this entire thing. How good is that? It's very good. Okay, so I'm gonna really concentrate again on this. I'm gonna push my hands into the floor. I'm gonna squeeze the toes towards my elbows. Belly draws in. I'm breathing into the back body. Really pushing down. Look, I'm starting to shake a little bit now as well. That's what we want. A little bit here, pushing. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the lower abs, draw them in. Suck your belly in. Activate your legs. Push the palms into the floor. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Protract, make sure you're not sagging down. 2, 1. Good, coming down onto the floor. Here we go. Extend the arms up above your head. Crunches, and we'll take it nice and slow. Place the feet flat, tuck your tailbone, imprinted spine if you'd like, drawing up, keeping that kind of tension. Or if you want to do it at the same time, notice, again, little tweaks to my form to try to activate just that little bit more, particularly through the lower abs. If I dig my heels in, things that you can't see me do, but I'm just trying to explain to you, is that if I dig my heels in, I get more activation through the lower ab fibers here. Belly pulls in, I can really feel my muscles fatiguing, so my form shutting down a little bit. I'm gonna stop talking, and we're just gonna get this done. Well done, everyone. Hug your knees in, rock up, come onto your front. We'll just stretch that out a tiny, tiny bit, but not too much. Okay, coming onto your stomach. I'm gonna roll these dumbbells a little bit further away. And we're just gonna activate a little bit through the back. So hands either side, like you're gonna come into a cobra pose. I'm gonna roll my shoulders back, squeeze, and lift off. Now, I'm not using my hands very much here, so I'm actually trying to activate through the posterior chain. Fancy way of saying my back musculature. Hands come down, squeeze the elbows together. This time we'll press up. And now if you get any sort of over compression or uncomfortable compression through the lower spine, squeeze your glutes, try to tuck your tailbone. If it doesn't go away, back off a little bit. Come back down, we'll come into Sphinx Pose. So bringing the forearms down, take them a little bit further forward, and then start to pull your lower ribs through, like you're trying to pull your sternum through, shoulders pull back. Stretching out through the front of the abs here. Again, I always like to squeeze my glutes a little bit here. And then I'm gonna come down, press back into child's pose, hips to heels, relaxing forward. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Well done, guys. Oh, okay, let's do an outro. Well done, guys. All right, if you enjoyed that workout, make sure you head to my website. The link is below and check out my workout programs. All right, I'll see you on the mat next time.